things in now. Up on your screen you should see now the number 38. So what are we going to do with the number 38? We are going to use base 10 blocks to represent it. So 38 has tens and ones involved. So if you look down here, you'll see that I have just a little like an organizer. That's the word I'm looking for. An organizer that shows sticks and dots. And the fact that I'm going to represent the number 38, I'm going to only need the ones and the tens. So 38, when we think about numbers, usually, if we do it in a more intuitive way, like what we're about to do now, we think about it by the larger quantity first. So I think of 38 primarily as being related to 30, which is 1, 2, 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. Then I need to add on to that from 30, I need 8 ones. So I would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can arrange that however we want. A student would start by messing around with these blocks, and then they would draw this like you see on your screen right now as a representation. So this with the blocks is called a model. When we draw it, we call it a representation. And then if we just write it out, like the original number 38 you see there, that's the symbolic. So we have, again, this is the model. Then we have the drawing, that is the representation, and then we have the number 38, that's the symbolic. Let's say we wanted to represent this a bigger number. So instead of 38, let's think of a larger number here. Let's do 342. Which means if we're going to do 342, we're going to need flats, sticks and dots, not just sticks and dots. So 342, that means let's think of the biggest quantity first. 100, 200, 300. Then the next biggest quantity, 340. 40 is 10, 20, 30, 40. 300, 40, and then the last, the not quite as important part, but definitely important for our number, is 2. 342. So we have flats, 3 flats, 4 sticks, and 2 dots. Now, again, you'll see on your screen the representation of this that a student might draw, and then the symbolic is just 342. At least that's the symbolic until students get really good at this. And then we ask them to start writing numbers out in what we call expanded form. And really what it is it's a symbolic version of what we have right here. So 342, we would actually write it as 300 plus 40 plus 2. So in expanded form, this is 300 plus 40 plus 2 is 342. So that pretty much covers everything that we need to know on the basics of place value. We can break numbers into pieces. More importantly, we can break numbers into tens and ones, and then as we get better, we can break them into ones, tens, and hundreds as dots, sticks, and flats, and then we can use that information to learn how to write a little number, 342, into its expanded form that tells me I have so many hundreds, so many tens, so many ones. And that should do it for Chapter 4.